Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's commence with today's video. What you see on the screen right now is what we've done, and I think we did it on Monday. So we will be talking about this story only to answer the questions 49 to 50, which I hope some of you have time to look over and then to do. Okay. All right. So we are going to begin with a new material, new passage, new reading comprehension, and let's see what we will be talking about today. All right. Researchers in Japan have installed on a train a speaker that barks like a dog and snorts like a deer in order to prevent collisions with animals on the tracks. So they have installed, they have put in, okay, right? Put in, okay, installed, 安装, right? On the train, speakers that bark like a dog and snorts like a deer, in order to prevent collisions, crashes with animals, collisions or crashes, okay, with animals. This is a big problem with, not so much in Taiwan, but because, you know, the natural environment in Taiwan have all been destroyed, right? But in America and in Canada, other places, right, where there's a highway or there's a train track that goes through the forest, and then animals come and they get killed, right? And then people get hurt when the trains and the animals crash, collide, okay? We'll see this word later. So the country, so this is in Japan. The country has been troubled by a problem with trains colliding, crashing with deer on its railways. Okay, so see this word collide and collision, they obviously are from the same word, right? You see how. Okay, so colliding means crashing. Okay. Right, notice the 变化 between one word from 名词 to 动词, you know, and so on and so forth. Okay, that's very important in English. Okay. According to Japan's transport ministry, there were 613 cases of train services suspended or delayed for at least 30 minutes, resulting from collisions with deer and other wild animals in 2016 to 2017. So, according to the 交通局, I guess, in Japan, between the years 2016 and 2017, there were 613 cases of trains being suspended. Suspended means canceled, but temporarily canceled. Remember the word temporary? 暂时的, right? Huh? So temporarily canceled, right? Temporarily canceled. Or delayed, you should know what delay means. It means to pushed back, right? Okay. So temporarily canceled or pushed back, okay, for at least 30 minutes because of, so needless to say, this is a big problem. You know how the Japanese people, they pride themselves on being on time, right? So this is a problem, okay, caused by trains running into deer and other wild animals, okay? All right. Deer are attracted to railway lines because of a need for iron in their diets, okay? By the way, first of all, 顺便一提哈, I just mentioned this in passing, that deer, the 复数, the plural of deer is deer, okay? You don't plus s, right? Okay. So deer are attracted 被吸引, right? This is a 被动的, right? Yes. Okay. 被吸引. Very good. So we know the word attractive when we talked about dimples, right? Some cultures think that dimples are attractive, 好看. So attractive means 吸引, right? Okay, right? So these two words are from the same word. Attractive is the 形容词 of attract. Okay, all right. All right, so deer are attracted, okay, right? See that word right there. To railway lines because of a need for iron in their diets. They want the 铁质 in their diets. What do? They lick the rails to pick up iron filings caused by the action of wheels against tracks. So when the train goes by the track, it makes the iron, right, into these filings, these powder, 粉粉的东西. So a filing is like a powder, okay? It's like a 粉状的东西, huh? Right? Powder, okay? Caused by the actions of wheels against it. So they're actually licking the tracks to get the 铁质 from the tracks. I've seen that when I took my children to 顽皮世界, I saw the giraffe, right? Licking the 那个铁轨, right? Not the 铁轨, but the 栏杆, the 铁栏杆, the iron bars. And this is using its mouth to bite and lick at the iron bars. And I remember I didn't know what it was, so I asked the keeper, the 动物园 person, and he told me, yeah, they're just licking the bars for the iron, for the 铁质, huh? All right, same as the deer. Okay. This dietary need has led to a constant battle to keep the deer separate from the unforgiving nature of tons of onrushing rolling stock. You have to guess what that is, right? Okay, I'm not going to tell you today right now, but guess what it is. Right? What is the unforgiving nature of tons of onrushing rolling stock? Right? What is that? Right? What does this mean? Okay, tons of onrushing rolling stock. What is rolling stock? Okay. So this is a constant battle. This is a problem, a constant problem. Keep the deer away from what? Think about that, okay? Right? A constant battle, a constant fight to keep the deer away from what? Okay, all right. In the past, flashing red lights and even lion faces have been unsuccessfully tried, okay, right? Right? Trialed means tried, okay? Okay, doesn't matter, okay? In an attempt to keep deer off the tracks, right? So in the past, they have done other things, for example, flashing lights, or putting the lion's face on the train, right? Yes. Well, that doesn't really scare the deer either. Okay. Right. So this new device has been invented by a team at the country's Railway Technical Research Institute, also known as RTRI. RTRI officials explain that deer have a habit of repeatedly snorting short, shrill sounds. So it's not like what I just did. Shrill means 高高的, huh? Shrill means high pitched. Remember the word pitch? Hey man, why? High pitched, 高声音, huh? So they snort this kind of 高的那个 like 声音. They snort this short, shrill sounds to alert other deer when they see notice danger, right? So when they notice danger, they make these loud, shrill, high-pitched snorts to warn other animals or other deer. Also, the barking of the hound just means dog, which drives deer to panic, strengthens the effect of the warning noise, according to RTRI. So they have this new device, this new machine on the trains. They make two kinds of noises. They make the warning sounds that deer make to warn other deer, and then dogs barking, which the deer don't like. Okay. When the deer hear a combination of a 3-second long recording of a deer snort and 20 seconds of a barking dog, they panic and flee, run away rapidly. Rapidly means quickly. Okay. All right. You get the picture, right? So they install these devices, these喇叭, these speakers on the trains to play the noises of the deer snort and the barking dogs to scare the deer away so they don't get hit by the train. Okay. RTRI researchers say late night tests at times when deer are most frequently seen by railway tracks have resulted in a 45% reduction of deer sightings. So it does work because it has reduced the number of deer near the tracks by 45%. Future plans include static barking sites where deer are commonly seen, but the noises will not be blared in areas where people live beside the tracks. So in the future, they're not only going to install the devices on the trains, they're going to install the static devices. Static means don't move, 不会动的, right? So in other words, it's going to be not movable. Okay, they're going to put the speakers next to the tracks, on the side of the tracks, in an area where deer are often seen. Okay, where these kind of noises will continue to intermittently, once every hour, whatever, once every 10 minutes, they will make those sounds to drive the deer away. Okay, static means it doesn't move. Okay, so there's going to be static barking sites where deer are commonly seen, but the noises will not be blared. It will not be made. Blare is to make a loud noise. That's what blare means. Blare is a special word. It means to 发出很大声的声音, right? So the noises will not be blared, will not be played loudly. Maybe I just do played loudly. How's that? Let's do made. I don't want you to think it is a 玩的那个 play, made loudly in areas where people live beside the tracks. Obviously, if your house is next to a train track, they're not going to install these speakers. Okay, all right. So we have some new words here, right? Not new words. As you see, these words we've talked about before, but 重复, always 重复使用, right? We have the word install, right? And then which means to put in. Collisions, which means crashes, right? Crashes, excuse me, right? And we have suspend, very important word. It means to temporarily stop, right? Yes, cancel. Or delayed. This word I think you should know. I think most of you will know this word. Attract is just a verb of the word attractive. Filings, that's interesting. Let me 解释清楚一点哈。File is 磨指甲那个叫什么？磨指甲棒 the emery board, the file. That's called the file. Okay, 粗粗的。 if you use a file and then you file something, 它就会变成那个的血就会跑出来。So a filing is 那个血it's like a powdery thing. Okay. All right. Filings. Okay. All right. So if you like 磨指甲，那个抹那个的指甲的那个粉 ，that's called the filing. Okay. We'll talk about what rolling stock is. Okay. Shrill means high pitched. Okay, like a higher pitched, right? Okay, high pitched. Snorts, and then perceive is to notice. So if you perceive something, you notice it, you see it, you smell it, you hear it. Okay, perceive. Okay, perceive. Rapidly means quickly, as in, you do something rapidly, right? Move rapidly. Usually, 这个 quickly is not like usually it talks about 动作, as in, like I don't know, 蜂鸟 can hummingbirds can flap their wings rapidly, like that. Okay. And static has other meanings, but here it means don't move, not moving. 形容词, like a static something means it doesn't move, it doesn't vary, it doesn't change. Okay. And blare is to make loud noises. Okay. Right. So like for example, you blare your 喇叭 speakers, and then and your mother and father will tell you to shut up, right? Okay, good. Blare. All right. I will send you these questions. Please try to answer them, and then we'll talk about the answers in class. All right, we have some vocabulary questions that I want to do with you. So let's do some of these. Okay. Again, whenever you see 填充题, you have to first come to some kind of meaning and know what you are looking for. 你在找大概 only. What kind of word? Okay. How? So Bobby cared a lot about his something at home. He cared about something at home. So he asked his parents not to go through his things without his permission. Don't go into my room. Don't look at my diary. Don't look at my notebooks. All right. So what does he care about? What do you care about? Let's say, if you don't want your parents to look at your cell phone or look at your Instagram or look at your look in your room, right? So you care about your something like 隐私, 对不对? Right? So over here we need, that's pretty straightforward. You care about, don't look through my things because I care about my 隐私, right? All right. So what is 隐私? What do you think 隐私 is in English? Okay. Right? How do you say 隐私 in English? And one of these words means 隐私. Let's see if you have any intuitions about that. Okay, continue. The new manager is a real gentleman. He is kind and humble. You have to know what humble is. Humble means modest. Okay, it means 谦虚. Right? 谦虚. Okay. So humble means 谦虚. Okay. So he's kind and humble. Totally different from the former manager. Remember former, 前任的 manager, who was what and bossy. Bossy means bullying, right? And bullying. 欺负人. Well, what is the opposite of kind and humble? 什么 and bossy. Right? So over here, I need some kind of word that means like 凶啦, or rude or cruel, right? Something like that. 不礼貌, rude, or cruel, 残忍, something like that. I need some word that means that. Okay. So which word do you think means that? cruel or mean, cruel or rude, okay, right? Which word means that? Okay. Number 3, the Weather Bureau. We talked about this word long ago. Bureau means 局. There are many ways to say 局 in English. Ministry, bureau, center, okay, whatever, okay, right. And bureau, center, agency, okay, things like that, okay. All right, so what the Weather Bureau blank that the typhoon would bring strong winds and heavy rains and warned everyone of the possible danger. Stay at home, a typhoon is coming. What do you think the 气象局 is supposed to do, right? So the 气象局blank that a typhoon would bring rain and strong winds and warned everybody to stay at home. So obviously it means the Weather Bureau, said, right? It said that a typhoon is coming, right? But they have to say, you got to say it before the typhoon comes. Otherwise, 干嘛去气象局, right? If the typhoon is already here, what's the point of saying, oh, the typhoon is here? No, duh, I can know that too. So it seems to be, it has to be some kind of 预测, 预告, that kind of thing, right? So to say in advance, right? Right, to say in advance, right? Yes. All right. So, so what does it mean to 预测, 预告, So which word means that in English? Okay. Maybe you have an intuition about that. All right. Number 4, different airlines have different blank for carry-on luggage, right? Carry-on luggage is the bag that you carry on. Let's read on. Different airlines have different 什么东西 about carry-on luggage. But many international airlines limit a carry-on piece to 7 kilograms. They 限制 one bag to be 7 kilograms or less. So here it must be some kind of like, 规则, right? Yes, some kind of rule, right? So many different airlines have different rules for carry-on luggage, right? But most airlines will limit the carry-on luggage to 7 kilograms per bag. That makes sense, right? Different airlines have different rules for 随身携带行李 carry-on luggage, right? So here, which word is closest in meaning to rules? All right. And continue. All right. And we'll talk about all these words in class, okay? Don't worry about it. So many people were happy that the government had finally blank Children's Day as a national holiday. 什么是 national holiday? Remember, national holiday is 所谓的正式国定假日. In other words, it is a 正式假日. So for example, 端午节 is a national holiday because 有放假. However, 万圣节 is not a national holiday. Even Christmas, 圣诞节 in Taiwan is not a national holiday. Because for a holiday to be a national holiday, the government has to make it into a 正式 holiday. So many people were happy that the government finally made it official, made Children's Day official, to make Children's Day official, right? To make something official, Children's Day, as a national holiday. So what do governments do to make something 正式? Right? Yes? Right? To make it real. Okay? Okay? So which word do you think means that? Okay. All right. Good. We'll talk about all these in class. Please give yourself some time to preview this story, so later on we can kind of go quickly. Okay. And we will have more review questions also. Okay, get you to open your mouth a little bit. All right, thanks for watching. I will see you soon in class.